Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that wonderful stuff that helps me so much know what's resonating and what's clicking with you. This is going to be the general love reading for you for September 15th through the 30th of this year. If this doesn't resonate with you, please be sure and check your moon and rising sign. And then you can also check your Venus sign and the other person's Mars sign. They'll give you a little bit more of a well-rounded picture of what's going on. And if you would like a personal reading from me, check out the description box below. It has all the information there. Other than that, we're just going to jump into it. I got an oracle deck for my birthday, which I've never really got into the oracle deck things, mainly because they're just really big cards, and I can't shuffle them very well, so I didn't have a whole lot of follow-through and the old oracle deck thing. But since I got a free one for my birthday, I thought, well, I'll give them a shot. I mean, look how big these cards are, though. They're massive. My hand, like, it's a big old card. Anyway, so the first one that you got, this popped right out of the deck, is Rejoice in Celebration. And since I don't know these too well yet, I'm going to read you what it says. A time of merriment, celebration, birth, success, and victory is at hand. You're doing what you love most, and you're pursuing your passion. When you follow your heart and intuition with zeal, there are no limits to what you can achieve. When the energy of excitement and love is present, you can feel it moving within you. Somehow, love has a way of showing you that you're connected to something much larger than yourself. The number 3 symbolizes unity and a time to rejoice in gratitude and sharing, whether it's with family members, friends, or even co-workers. This is a moment of fruition for all your dedicated work, so pat yourself on the back and party and dance in celebration at your accomplishments. It's very, very inspiring, but that, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. There is that feeling of like celebration or achievement that's going on for a lot of you, of success that's going on, maybe even, you know, financially. And then the next card that you got is the heart chakra. It says, parallel to the heart, this chakra represents unconditional love, compassion, harmony, relationships, and healing. It is believed to be the link between your mind, body, and soul. Balancing this area may take a while, but you should allow all the time that you need so that the healing energy can get through and flow freely. By loving yourself and others, as well as learning forgiveness, you'll become more attuned with spirit. So, without any further ado, we'll jump into the reading and see how maybe that ties into what you've got going on. So the first card that I pulled for you is the Magician, which is obviously a very powerful energy. It's an energy of... The Magician represents that very first initial step before the invention comes to mind, like before the idea actually formulates in your brain. The Magician is that representation of that, you know, slight little shift in your perspective or slight shift in the way of thinking that allows for a new thought or a new pattern of thought or a new process to come in, a new way of thinking to come in. So it's that spark that shifts your perspective enough to open your eyes or maybe open the possibilities. And that is what brings about this energy to be able to manifest, is that's what the Magician does. It's like magic. It pops out of nowhere. Maybe it's a thought that you've never had before. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an original thought. But once it's there, it's there. You have that to develop on. So it's the very beginning of a new way of doing something or thinking of something or viewing something. For a lot of you, it could be a paradigm shift that is hit that allows you to see things in a different way. And then the next card that I got for you is the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like a lot of you could be dealing with an earth sign perhaps. This is an energy, the Magician also, to me, it does represent Gemini, but it also has that an Aries feeling to it too. So you could have a fire sign or an air sign there as well. But I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, it could be that some of you are getting an offer perhaps from an earth sign, or there is a relationship that's slowly developing with an earth sign. But I feel like this is an energy where somebody is coming towards you or you are coming towards somebody, but it's slow and steady. It's not a fast moving energy. It's not like super duper fast. Or it could be that there is a very, like, there's a friend energy in this too. Like, this could be somebody who there's a solid friendship with. There's a solid, like, stability there in that relationship. It's somebody you know you can depend on. So it could be too that a lot of you could be in this position with this Magician where you are able to manifest maybe something more stable or more passionate or more emotional or whatever that feeling is that you need more of in the relationship. That's what this Magician could be bringing in too, is that energy to be able to take control of the situation, to shift that energy where both of you can respond. So that could be what that is too. And then the next card that I have is the Knight of Cups. So this is an energy, it's a playful love offer type of an energy. It's a new budding type of love. But it's an offer of love that's coming in. And I feel like with this Knight of Pentacles, you could be dealing with a water sign, but I also feel like it could be an earth sign who's been slow going in this process, finally makes an emotional confession, or perhaps you make an emotional confession to them, something that brings you closer together emotionally, something that does open up and somebody's a little bit vulnerable, I feel like here. And the reason that I feel like it's vulnerability, because the next card that I have is this Four of Pentacles. So there's a lot of earth focused in the reading for me here. You could be dealing with a Capricorn in this too. I feel like this energy here, this Four of Pentacles, is somebody who is kind of, after this vulnerability and opening up a little bit, they close back down and shut back into their little, they're not changing their ways. They're back into their rigid mode where it's like, I must do things this way, kind of a thing. So I feel like this is an energy that this person is closing in. It's like not making any progress, but not moving backwards. It's just they're just not moving. We're just gonna stand here for a minute, and maybe nobody will notice that we're not doing anything. It's like a holding pattern. So I feel like that could be what this is coming in. Or it could be somebody also clinging to their freedom, like not ready to take that step. So they're kind of stubborn. Could be you or it could be them, but it could be somebody taking this stubborn stance, like I'm not gonna, maybe they're feeling like this love offer comes in and it freaks them out a little bit, so they have to close back a little bit. Could be that type of an energy too for some of you. And then the next card that we have is the Judgment. Now the Judgment it's like a spiritual awakening, or it's a stripping away of something. It's taking away the mask or the layer that's over it to a point where it's exposed. Like that is what the Judgment is about. It's like it's open for everyone to see. It's like pulling back the curtain so you can see what's really going on behind scenes. And so I feel like that's what this is coming in, is something is going to be coming to light, or there's going to be something that, for some of you, maybe even jaw-dropping, but it's eye-opening. It's a wake-up call. It's something that was like, whoa, that's out of left field. Where did that come from? It could be that kind of a thing, but I feel like it's you coming out on top of that energy. So you are going to have the upper hand on that. But it's not going to seem that way for a lot of you at first. It may feel like, you might feel like you're slipping a little bit. It's like slippery. I see somebody like you're trying to climb out, but you can't get, it's that slippery type of feeling, but you will make the progress. It's just you can't stop trying to climb. So I feel like for some of you, that could be what's going on. Like emotionally, it could be even. And then the next card that we have at the end of it is the Devil. So I think that some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn, but I feel like this is an issue that's going to come up that has perhaps come up before. It could be materialistic. There could be like a hyper focus on money or wealth, or something even that's borderline dishonest going on for some of you. It could be a feeling of excess. It's a feeling of excess in something. There's an excess going on in something, like way too far on one side of things. This could be an excess of, there could be a whole lot of sexual behavior going on, but it could be like to the point that it's not it's not necessarily healthy behavior. Like there could be multiple partners, or there could be it could be an addictive behavior, something. It's something that is destructive because it's in excess. And it's not so much what it is as the excess that it is. It actually is taking from you at that point. It's so much more than necessary that it's taking over a little bit. It's a huge control, I feel like. Some of you, it literally could be like a controlling partner too. This could be somebody bearing down, like they're facing their demons coming out, kind of a type of energy where there's something that they're not in their right mind. And so coming at the end of this reading too, again, it could be that feeling of somebody being pretty freaked out and starting to act a little bit different than normal maybe, or reverting back to some previous behavior. But I feel like it's temporary. And again, remember that these energies, I know that there's a time frame in the reading, but these energies exist before this time, and they're going to continue on after this time. It's just, I feel like these seeds are sown during this time period for these specific events. So that, you know, I feel like that's what's going on right now. So let's clarify what we've got here and see what we come up with. Because remember, we've got that heart chakra and this saying that this is a time of celebration or rejoicing, or somebody has accomplished something. So there's forward movement, but then there's remembering with the heart chakra to maintain that balance. So I feel like that's kind of what is going on here. Somebody's getting thrown off kilter. They're digging in their heels and thrown off kilter, and it's kind of throwing things off for y'all because you're ending up on this side where there's excess going on, and I don't want to be, like I get this feeling of I don't want to be here again. We've already done this. I don't want to do this again. So let's see what we've got going on. Please clarify this Magician card here for Leo for September 15th through the 30th, 2017. What is this Magician card about here? Please clarify this Magician card here for Leo for love, September 15th through the 31st, or 30th, excuse me, 2017. Please clarify this Magician card here. What is this Magician card about? What is this Magician card about here? Did somebody flip over? They did. Knight of Pentacles on top of this Magician. Some of you are definitely in with an earth sign right now, like in the thick of it. So you're dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I feel like this is an energy, again, of this. It's progress. It's going in the right direction. It's stability, but it's slow. And it's kind of boring for some of you, I feel like, too. Or maybe something needs to be more steady. Maybe it is this, maybe it's saying that this steadiness needs to be manifest in your life. Some of you may be with somebody else, but recognizing that this earth sign is something that you need, perhaps, too. Let's see what this, please clarify this Knight of Pentacles here for Leo for love for September 15th through the 30th, 2017. What is this Knight of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this Knight of Pentacles here. Three of Wands. So I do feel like for a lot of you, especially with this Magician card here, there is this forward momentum that's starting to come where it's like we're finally moving. There's finally some action behind it. It's kind of some get up behind. Now the Knight energy does have some fire behind it. You know, the Knights are influenced by fire, so it's fire behind whatever the suit is. So it's fire behind the earth or the pentacle. It's fire behind that. It's a pushing. It's an action energy. So it's not so much that they're boring per se. It could be somebody who is singularly focused, though, on one thing. And they may be a beast at pursuing that one thing, but they kind of leave out everything else. So some of you could be feeling like you need to feel like things are moving forward with this person, and they're not. And it's like now they finally start to feel like, okay, here we go. Now we're making progress. We are almost there. I can feel it. And that's kind of what this Three of Wands energy is about. That's definitely, I feel like, some of your, energy, your fire behind that. That's bringing that out to be able to move things forward. Please clarify this Knight of Cups here. Okay. Well, let's see what that is. This, I bet you anything, it's the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. So on top of this Knight of Cups, we have the Page of Wands. So again, some of you are dealing with an earth sign and perhaps a water sign, like it's a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, perhaps energy. Some of you are perhaps receiving a love offer from a partner that maybe you view more on just the physical side. Perhaps you're not feeling it, or perhaps that's vice versa. They're just not feeling it. You're not feeling it. They're not feeling it, but they're very attracted to you, or there's passion there, but it's just not at that, like not so much that they're not feeling it. I don't mean to say it kind of harshly, because it's not necessarily like that. It's just that they may not recognize what they're feeling, or they may not have even thought about the fact that feelings get involved at all. For some of you, I feel like some of them might be like, oh, do some people feel and do that at the same time? You know, kind of that kind of energy. So I feel like with this Page of Wands, it is a flirtatious kind of flighty energy, but the Knight of Cups also has some fire behind it too, so they do come together with a lot of passion. There is emotion behind it, but I also feel like it's very, very immature. So it's not dependable. It's like come and go and come and make up your mind. For heaven's sake, somebody make up their mind. So I feel like that's where this Knight of Pentacles is obviously somebody else. There's some other energy around, or somebody coming in for some of you that is this steady energy that you need this forward momentum with. And so it could be that that's what's going on too. You could be dealing with a flake on one side and somebody who's really dependable on the other side, and it's kind of tearing you because you care. So, the next card that we have is this Four of Pentacles. So let's clarify that and see what we come up with. Please clarify this Four of Pentacles here for love for Leo, September 15th through the 30th, 2017. What is this Four of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this Four of Pentacles here. I also feel like we got three that popped out, so let's see what they are. I also feel like this Page of Wands here, again, like I said, there is that flighty energy. It's also a come and go and kind of hot and cold energy, but it can be a pushing energy too. I feel like it could be somebody pressuring. Like somebody might be saying, okay, it could be an ultimatum too. If somebody's lowered an ultimatum, this Four of Pentacles is somebody else digging their heels in for show. So yeah, so we have the Devil on top of the Four of Pentacles. So that something that has to do with either this flaky behavior or this love offer that's kind of, I feel like there's this love offer. Yes, somebody takes a step and makes this offer. There is this offer of love, or perhaps somebody's coming, you know, really starting to open up a little bit to somebody, but it's got a feeling of almost superficialness to it, or maybe it just feels a little forced perhaps, and that triggers this Devil reaction, I feel like, on top of this Four of Pentacles. It could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with, but I feel like with this Devil, again, it's this excess, it's this overkill. Like, okay, we got the point the first 4 times you said something. We get it. This isn't what you want to do. And I feel like somebody's really digging their heels in about something in kind of an immature way, to the point that it's kind of like, okay, we get it. Like, I feel like there's some kind of, because this Devil card, too, has some violence to it. You know, it's got this steam coming out everywhere around him. And he's like this big, state puffed marshmallow man, but he's not a marshmallow. He's made of steel, so it would probably kill you type of a thing. It's a very, like, dramatic card. And I feel like on top of this Four of Pentacles, this energy here with this Four of Pentacles is so closed in and clinging to itself that I really feel like it's a control issue. It's really somebody who's making a mountain out of a molehill, kind of trying to control the situation. And it's pushing the energy into a place where there has to be a decision made. You have here the Two of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So some of you are definitely dealing with a Virgo or an Earth sign. I mean, there's Earth all over this reading. Definite Capricorn energy and Virgo energy here. And there's, with this Magician, again, that is an air, you know, you do have some air in here and this water here, but there is a whole lot of earth. So I feel like some of you are definitely making it. You may even be making a decision between two different earth signs, some of you. But it's, this decision is, the Two of Swords is somebody who's still in suspension. So she hasn't made a decision. She hasn't chosen anything. She's standing there with this. The full moon is representing her intuition. She's trying to make a logical and balanced decision, like the correct decision, but she hasn't made it yet. So she's still got this suspended energy. And the Hermit on top of this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles in this deck she's like the lady of society. She's somebody who's incredibly successful, probably even has like a status about her. And it's a very attractive long-term mate type of stable energy, but it's somebody who is used to things a certain, like she's used to this lifestyle, she's used to things a certain way, and she expects that. She expects it of herself, she expects it of the other partner. And this could be man or woman, it's not necessarily gender specific, but I feel like this energy is somebody who it just kind of has expectations a certain way, and that's just the way it is. And then you have the Hermit here. And the Hermit is a card of a lot of deep introspection and soul searching. And underneath this Magician, I do feel like somebody is starting to recognize that maybe it's like, I just felt like this light bulb come on that, oh, maybe I don't think exactly the same as my partner. And perhaps maybe they don't think exactly the same as me. Like this is a new idea that they've never even considered before. But now they're really starting to think about that and think, well, I guess maybe it is true that we don't actually think a lot. I've had that moment before. I can't even judge on that because I've been like, oh, I guess we really just don't think the same then, do we? But this Hermit card is somebody who is also it's like taking the time out, taking the breather. So I feel like with this Two of Swords, somebody in this Four of Pentacles position with this Devil card here, somebody is really, really like pulling back, making a choice or trying to make a choice. So that it could be even a really dramatic pullback for some of you because they're like balancing out what it is that they want long term when this happens. So let's see what this Judgment card is about, because this Judgment again is like that rebirth or renewal or spiritual awakening type of energy. So somebody could have a major epiphany here too. Please clarify this Judgment card here for Leo. For love. September 15th through the 30th, 2017. What is this Judgment card about here? Please clarify this Judgment card here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. And on top of the Judgment, we have the Four of Wands. So this is definitely things moving to the next level. It's progress. It's somebody recognizing that. I feel like somebody's recognizing that, holy crap, I really do love this person. Or I really do want to move things on. So it's kind of this, like I said, it could be somebody trying to decide between two people. Again, there is this, with this Hermit and this Queen of Pentacles, I feel like for some of you, you're trying to decide between maybe a Virgo and a Capricorn. But I feel, or that's in their chart somewhere. I feel like, though, it could be a decision also between maybe something that would be financially beneficial versus something that would be emotionally beneficial. Some of you could be making a decision that would impact your ability to maybe be in contact with somebody that you love or be around them perhaps. But I feel like this Judgment card and with this Four of Wands on top of that, the Four of Wands is a promotion type of a card. It's an energy of, the Four of Wands even is constructed to look like the four walls of the house. This is stability, things being built, And it's that elevation of moving things from this Three of Wands that's directly over it, like that progress, like finally we're making progress to, okay, we made progress. Like this is something real. We're building something. So let's see what this Devil's about. Please clarify this Devil card here. Okay, well, we've got the Tower on top of the Devil card at the end of this here. Some of you could have some major issues perhaps with a Scorpio because it's directly under this Knight of Cups. Maybe this is like a third-party situation. The Tower on top of the Devil, I'm not even going to beat around the bush on it. It's bad. I mean, it's not a good thing. That's not a good thing to get. Some of you could be dealing with addiction. Some people could literally end up in rehab or leave rehab to their detriment, for real. So don't do that if you're watching this and you're thinking that you're ready to leave rehab and you know you're not really. Also, you probably shouldn't be watching this in rehab. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how that works, but maybe they don't let you watch that. I don't know. Anyways, this Tower card, though, on top of the Devil is somebody who is allowing things to crumble around them based on their excess of something. It's almost this energy of, you know it's going to hurt things, but you do it anyways. Just kind of think it won't, or hope it won't be that bad. It may not be you, maybe the other person, but somebody is doing stuff that they should not be doing. And that's why I feel for some of you, there definitely is a third party type feeling going on. Like somebody's not being... Maybe somebody is really, really in a debating position over two different people, because I feel like this Devil card energy here with the Tower at the end of it is something comes crashing down, crumbling down. Please clarify this Devil card here. What is this Devil card about here? Yeah, the Four of Cups on top of that. So it could be, honestly, some of you may end up taking a break from this to figure out what it is that you actually need emotionally. Some of you could be in a position where you have to walk away from an addiction, like somebody who has an addiction or somebody who has addictive behavior, or it could even be abusive behavior. Something is not being addressed emotionally, and it needs to be for a lot of you. Which there's really positive energy everywhere else in this reading. So I feel like at this end of it here, it's something that I feel like when the Tower comes in on top of the Devil here, that's something that it's rearing its ugly head again. I don't feel like this is the first time this has ever happened. I feel like this is like, here we freaking go again. Like I thought we were getting somewhere and here we go again. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is some kind of cycle that's coming through that's definitely been there, done that type of an energy. But again, with that heart chakra and that the time of celebration and rejuvenation, it is a building energy overall. So this could be a hiccup, like it could be a huge fight, but it might not be this terrible breakup or anything like that, but it's going to be disruptive. It's going to be something that sucks. It doesn't need to happen, and I hope it's not. I hope it's not this, because it's pretty extreme energy right there. Like somebody is being kind of a dick there, I'm not going to lie. So don't be the one that's being the dick. That's what I'm saying, if that makes any sense to you. All right, so let me know what's going on with you, Leos, and I will speak with you soon.